If you've been following this channel, you probably know that I've been doing a few vlogs recently. So I thought I'd talk about the gear and the stuff that you might want to consider purchasing if you do want to start vlogging. So welcome to the YouTube vlogging gear guide setup budget intro. Alexa, turn on my lamp. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a camera right now, here's like a $30 setup that you can build for your phone, and you'll get really good results, and you know, it'll be a lot cheaper than buying a camera. Yeah, okay, let's build that setup real quick. So right here is the budget vlogging setup, and as you can tell, it's, you know, pretty basic. So we got a phone, and this isn't even the newest phone. This is a iPhone 7, and you know, it still shoots 4K, has good slow-mo, and honestly, it works. And so really any phone that you have will do, especially like the new ones, like the 12 and the 13. That'll be a lot better. But if you have an older phone, it'll still work great for vlogging. This tripod is the Manfrotto Pixi, and I've recommended these constantly. They're about $20 to $30 for a tripod, and they're literally so sturdy. I'm using one right now for this camera. You know, they're super basic. You just plop them down on the table. You have this little button to adjust your angle. That's all there is to it, and that's what I really like about it, is it's super basic, but it allows you to have a sturdy, you know, plantation, you know, for your vlogging setup. So I really think the Manfrotto Pixi is a great tripod, and I stand by them, and I use one pretty much every day, so I can very well recommend this. Next thing is just a phone clamp, obviously, because you need to attach it to your tripod. Really, any of these will do. This one is a bit of a heavier duty one. It's by this company called I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce it, but this is a pretty basic phone stand. It allows you to switch from vertical to horizontal. So if you want to do, like, you know, YouTube stories or Instagram stories or shorts or, you know, whatever that is, you can do that and quickly rotate your phone. It also has this little like clamping section, so it can fit a huge phone. So if you have a really big phone, this will still work with that. And that's the whole setup. This is about $25, and this is about, I think, $10. So you're looking at around like $35. And then you throw whatever phone you have onto the setup, and it's a pretty good budget setup. So if you want a bit of a better setup though, this is the vlogging setup that I'm using right now, and I'll just break it down really quick for you, and it's still really basic. It's pretty minimal, and it's lightweight and compact. And so the tripod is the same, like I was saying, it's the Manfrotto Pixi. Again, I stand by these. They can hold so much weight for the tiny size that they are, and for the affordable price, I can't recommend these enough. And if there's one upgrade that I want, it's some sort of quick release, but you can get like an Arca Swiss quick release for these for like, I don't know, 10-15 bucks. So if you really want to upgrade it, that would be a great way to do that. If you follow this channel for a while, then you know exactly what the camera is. It's the Canon M50, and I've used this camera so much since I've got it that it's really been one of the best purchases I've ever made, because it's such a great all-around compact budget camera. And so it works great for vlogging and filming and, you know, all the stuff that you would want to do out of a camera. This does it, and it does it really well. And for only about like 600 bucks, which sounds expensive, this camera can spit out a 4K 24 image, which it is cropped and you lose autofocus, so I wouldn't really recommend using 4K, but you're seeing 1080p right now, and I've always filmed my 1080p. Woo! I cannot physically speak today. All my videos I've shot in 1080p, and that's just generally because it's smaller files, and honestly, when it's over YouTube, you don't see a whole lot of difference unless you're watching on like a big screen or something. So honestly, in my opinion, the 1080p looks great out of this camera, and this camera has a flip out screen, great autofocus, and just everything that a vlogger or a YouTube, you know, filmmaker or whatever would want out of a camera, the Canon M50 has. You can pick up this camera used for like 500 bucks. I got it refurbished off the Canon website, and I feel like that's the best way to go, just because it's off the Canon website, so it's like, you know, really reliable. You know exactly what you're getting, you know. But if you do want to go cheaper, you go eBay, OfferUp, all those kind of things. and you can get some pretty good deals on it considering it is about a 4-year-old camera. Yeah, I've made a ton of videos on this camera, so if you want to see all those videos, you can click the I in the top right corner right up there, and you can watch all those videos. And the lens I have is the kit lens as well. So the lens itself is not amazing, right? It's not the sharpest lens. It's not great at anything, but it's decent at everything. You have a decent zoom from 15 all the way to 45. If you do want a more high-end setup, I recommend going for like a Sigma 16mm 1.4 or an 11 to 22. It is going to cost you, you know, an extra $400 on top of like the $500 camera. So that's going to raise the price significantly, but it is gonna, you know, give you a much better image. But that's pretty much it for the camera and tripod. And then the microphone, I've used a couple different microphones. The microphone that I used to use was the Takstar SGC-598. It's pretty good. It's not a terrible microphone for the price. You can get these for like $20 to $25 off Amazon. That's what I'd recommend if you really are on a tight budget. But if you want just a better all-around microphone that you don't have to worry about, you know, batteries, and you don't have to worry about the wind as much, and you know, all that kind of stuff, I'd recommend going for the Rode Video Micro. Everyone will say that that's like the best microphone to go for, but if you want to go $20 cheaper, I recommend going for the Comica CVM-vm10ii Mark II. This microphone is pretty awesome. I've made a video on this, and you can click the I again in the top right corner. I've been using this microphone pretty much since the day I got it, and it's pretty great. For the price of about 40 bucks, you're getting a windscreen, you're getting a pop filter, you're getting a shock mount, the microphone, a couple cables if you want to plug it into your phone. So if you want to add to your phone setup, you could get a microphone. You're hearing it right now, and if you click on like any of my videos, you'll hear it. It's pretty good for the price, and I recommend going for either that or the Rode Video Micro because they're super compact, and honestly they just have an overall great sound, and you don't have to worry about batteries or anything. And I feel like when you're vlogging, really the point is you don't want to worry about the actual gear. You just kind of want to like film, you know. That's kind of the thing about vlogging, and that's kind of why I wanted to start doing it more, is so that I'm not really, you know, using a gimbal and a ton of lenses and stuff. I'm just like using the basics and just making a video or making a movie, you know. So that's why I've started vlogging, and that's the vlogging setup I'm using right now, and also the vlogging setup that I'd recommend. I might do an update for 2022 for the vlogging setup if I get a different camera or lens or something like that. But for now, this is the vlogging setup I have, and it's the vlogging setup I would recommend in 2021. Make sure you join the Discord server if you want to, you know, just chat about like any vlogging setups or any gear or videos or video ideas or any stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out that server, and also link in the description to all the stuff I talked about in today's video. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.